It's nice to be here. It's my first time here. And for those of you who don't know anything about me, I'm married. I've got 3 kids. I'm a comedian. I actually wasn't always a comedian. I was a stay-at-home dad for a while, but then we had kids, and yeah, had to get out of there. And we've got 3 kids now because we're stupid. And it's not that I don't love my kids. I do. I love Coulter and the other 2. But it's just that I'm not good as a father, and we have 3 kids, so I got to be like 3 times the father. And there's all these things that I'm not good at. Like one of them is the protector of the family. You know, like me. I'm the protector of my family. Me. First of all, I've got the wrong body to be a protector. Second of all, I definitely have the wrong voice to be a protector. Okay? Like if you were a burglar breaking in downstairs, would this scare you? You better not be down there. What is that? I'm like the only guy that could stand at the top of the stairs and go, you better get out or I'll call my husband. You know, don't make me use my mommy voice. You know, right? I remember the first time that I realized my voice was high was my senior year in high school, and we were putting on a haunted house, and I remember, like, I didn't know what to do, and they were like, Smiley, just stand behind the front door and jump out and scare them before they go in. They won't even realize it. They won't be expecting it. And so I was all psyched. I was behind the front door, and the first group came by, and I just jumped out and went, boo. Nothing. One 5-year-old kid, he goes, are you Glenda the Good Witch? And it was embarrassing. It was last time I ever wore that dress. What else? I want to get all the questions out of the way first before I start doing stand-up. So married, 3 kids. They're all boys, which I get a lot, which is what I wanted. I feel like God really blessed me. And my wife wanted a girl, but we agreed up front we wouldn't pray for a gender. We'd leave it up to God's will. But I don't know. Do you guys ever pray for God's will, but during the prayer you kind of tell God what His will should be? Do you ever do that? My wife, it was on our 3rd when she was running out of hope. She was like, God, we just want a healthy, happy baby that's coordinated enough to put on makeup and nail polish. And I was like, what? Like, you can't. And I wanted a boy, so I had to get in the game. I was like, yeah, God, that's what we want, a healthy, happy baby that goes to the bathroom standing up. Then I was like, what are we doing? Now God's going to give us some freaky baby, you know? Somebody that puts on makeup and nail polish but goes to the bathroom standing up. I was afraid they were going to go, Mr. and Mrs. Smiley, here's your son, Michael Jackson. So we did. We grew up ultra-conservative, and it was kind of cool to go from that to been traveling around and everything. One of the weirdest things that I had to learn about how different people worship was I'd never seen anybody sing with their hands up before until the first concert I did was with a guy named Clay Cross, awesome Christian singer, and I did a 15-minute bit and stepped off the stage and was walking up the aisle, and he got up and started singing a song, I Surrender All, and it was the first time I'd ever seen anybody lost in worship singing with their hand up, and I walked right by this girl on the aisle with her hand up, and I thought she thought I did a good job and wanted a high five. So I just walked by her and I was like, boom, baby! And she was all like, I surrender. Ah! I later asked her, I was like, are you okay? She goes, I thought God gave me a high five. I was like, that would have been the coolest thing in the world. Why did you scream like that? And she goes, well, I was kind of disappointed at what God looked like. I was like the weirdest kid in the world. In fact, and so I worried about what kind of father I was going to be. And we started having kids, and all of a sudden we had, in fact, this just happened. I'll share this. I was so worried about what kind of father I was going to be. And then I took my 2 oldest kids, Trenton and Coulter, to a playground. And I don't know what the playgrounds are like here, but in the Woodlands, they're all sissified now. Everything's small and plasticky and safe. And it's almost like the liberals moved in. It was like, you know, we're like, oh, kid, I guess 30 years from now, you know, a playground is going to be like a big open field with a beanbag tossed in the middle. Like, okay, be safe, you know. Vote for Hillary, you know, right? Yeah. I'd rather be unsafe. Although I should have checked, but I mean, I'm not a political comic. Like, if you're a Democrat in here today, I'm not, you know, I mean, hey, I love you. Hate the sin, not the sinner. So